Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl, written by Harriet Jcobs. Harriet Ann Brent Jcobs was born in about 1813 in Edenton, North Carolina. Her parents, Delilah and Elijah Jcobs, were enslaved, but they lived together as a family. At the age of 16, she went to live with her owner, Margaret Horniblow, who taught her how to read and sew. When Margaret died in 1825, Harriet became the slave of the daughter of Dr. James Norcombe, who tried to force her to marry him. To divert him, Harriet ran away, eventually hiking in a crucial space in her grandmother's house, where she remained for almost 7 years before escaping to the north in 1842. She lived and worked in New York City and Boston until her freedom was purchased in 1852. Harriet Jacob uses the pseudonym Linda Brent to narrate her life. Born into slavery, Linda spends her early years in a happy home with her mother and father. However, when her mother dies, she is sent to her mistress, who taught her how to read and write and treats her well. When she died, Linda is sent to a new master who is cruel and neglectful, Dr. Flint, and presses her to have a sexual relationship with her. Flint presses and threatens her. Knowing his plan, Linda prefers to marry a white man to avoid being raped by Dr. Flint. When Linda discovers that Dr. Flint has a similar plan with her children, she decides to hide in the attic of her grandmother. After 7 years in the attic, Linda finally escapes to the north by boat. In New York City, Linda manages to work as a nursemaid for a New York City family, the Bruces, who treat her very kindly. When Dr. Flint dies, her daughter, Emily, writes to Linda to claim ownership of her. The book closes with 2 testimonials to its accuracy, one from Annie Post, a white abolitionist, and the other one from George W. Lowther, a black anti-slavery writer. This narrative is the best-known 19th century African-American woman's autobiography. Makes a masked contribution to American history and letters. This text was dictated to amanuenses whose roles diluted the authenticity of the texts. Her self-consciously gendered and thoroughly feminist narrative criticizes slavery for corrupting the moral and the families of all it touched, whether rich or poor, white or black. Jacob expounds the conditions of enslavement that deprived people of autonomy, denying them influence over their own and their children's destinies. The narrative is first and foremost a piece of engaged writing against the institution of slavery. Thanks for watching.